live.
Yes.
All right.
I think we're live.
I don't know if anyone can understand me under the gas mask, but it's necessary to make sure that my respiratory passages are protected from airborne pathogens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because as we all know, we are facing a worldwide pandemic.
Yes. Just as recently, they just called it a pandemic, I think.
Yeah. It's a new strain of the coronavirus.
Yes, corona.
The disease is called COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
And people are freaking out, but it's not just that they're freaking out, it's that governments are making major decisions and halting many things that we would normally do in our day-to-day lives for the sake of, we're not really going to stop the spread of the thing, but hopefully we can slow down the spread of this thing so that hospitals aren't overwhelmed.
That's why we're under here right now in this bunker.
We're hunkered down. Luckily, below the Hurley house, we have an epidemic bunker.
Yes.
That is completely sealed off from the outside world. Absolutely no airborne pathogens can get in. Up above here, we've got people fighting over toilet paper.
Yep,
Like
we
the
have
apocalypse.
toilet paper everywhere.
Anyway, perhaps I should introduce my guests. We've got my sister, Grace Hurley. Say something about yourself.
Hello. I'm just trying not to get sick out here.
Yeah. And Jason Cruz.
I am Jason Cruz.
I keep bumping your name.
I don't really mind getting sick. That's why I'm not wearing my mask.
But old people getting sick might be bad because they might die. Or they have a much higher chance of dying than
Just
you
don't
do.
be old.
Yeah.
Easy fix.
Yeah, what's with all these 80-year-olds complaining about being 80? You just be 20.
It's like, yeah, no.
Get a better immune system.
Jesus.
Anyway, so this was just going to be like the podcast.
Corona cast.
School got canceled for 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
And possibly more. And all senior trip and like the choir trip and all these gatherings and events.
Yeah.
Are getting canceled in an effort to slow the spread of this virus/disease.
And also, Frank and I are in a production.
Yeah, we are.
And we're going to be out for a few weeks. And right after that, we're going to have another maybe like 1.5 weeks to finally perfect it. And then we're still planning to perform it the original date.
Yeah, we're going to do a crazy rad tech week for it. So talk about,
they're planning on doing the original date?
Yeah.
They're not? Oh.
So could you talk about like what we thought about Sound of Music and whether or not it was going to be postponed or whatever?
Yeah.
And what's coming of that?
They're not postponing it.
They're not. That's really weird. I thought
It's
they
over.
would.
It's over for us.
Yeah, I'm trying to get you guys to talk for the audience because, like, I'm not sure they can understand me at all. This might just be complete gibberish, what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, what do you think is the best, or Grace, what do you think is the best way we can maybe slow down Corona other than taking a 3-week break? Oh, hand
sanitizer.
Yes.
Just get
Make sure to get hand sanitizer on. Make sure you're wearing rubber gloves.
Your rubber gloves.
Grace, you gave me way
Keep
too
your
much hand
banana on.
sanitizer. This is like dripping on
It's
my chest.
no such thing, my friend. Not at times like these.
It's very cold.
It's cold.
Yeah, make sure you stay protected. Make sure to wear your mask. If you can get one of those, that would be great.
Grace, or Jason, or both of you, when did you find out about the remote learning development that we've had, and what was your reaction and such?
Last night, driving home, Mom and Dad picked me up from work, and they were like, "Hey, Grace, have you heard about all this fuss and all this commotion?"
Last night?
Dang it.
Oh, Wednesday night, sorry. And I was like, "No, what's going on?" And Mom was really worked up about it, and Dad didn't really say anything, but they basically explained to me that we weren't going to be going to school for the next couple weeks, and that we were going to do off-campus learning, and that it was affecting a lot of the trips. And it honestly didn't faze me at first. I was like, great, I can sleep in for a couple weeks. But yeah, there are some definite drawbacks to it.
Yeah. So I figured out about it yesterday during school near the end of the day. They were just talking about, or in the morning, I didn't really know anything about it until we got to until it was like 5th period. They're talking about how we might go into remote learning. Because Wednesday they were like talking about it, and I was like, yeah, that's probably not going to happen. And then Thursday they were like, all right, we're going to start preparing. We got the app Zoom.
Yeah.
And that's mainly where we're going to be doing a lot of our chatting with our teachers. And You know what? It wasn't that big of a problem for me. I just thought I would just be like out of school until they told us we were actually going to do homework at home. But it was I'm fine with it. I mean, it's kind of probably going to lower all of our social skills for not being near anyone for 3 weeks. Unless you're hanging out with friends. I mean, what I'm planning on doing is finding someone that has at least the same classes as me and hang out with them and do school with them. Mm-hmm. But, we're probably not going to be able to get out of this bunker, though. We're probably going to have to be here.
We're down here for a while.
We can Zoom, our friends.
We're running out of water right now. As you can see, it's not really...
Water reserves early.
But right now, Frank and I have just been sharing this bottle of Listerine. We've been taking like a teaspoon a day. We've been down here for the past 47 days, but...
Yeah.
Ever since the thing first broke out in Wuhan.
Yeah.
We really...
Ago, we've just been...
We heard about it. We were just like, someone's probably going to come to the United States and like bring it. So we just like decided to just come down here.
Yeah, I haven't been drinking anything. They took all the Listerine for themselves, so I'm...
Because there might be coronavirus in the water. So just not drink
exactly.
anything.
So right now,
better
Grace
just
has been
stick to Listerine, hydrogen peroxide,
topical solution, USP. She's just been surviving off of this.
Rubbing alcohol, hand sanitizer, you name it.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything that looks medical, we've been just eating.
Yeah.
Just consume.
We have a couple empty bottles over there. We've already gone through them. We're safe right now. We're feeling great.
Yep. And I'm excited to be doing homework down in this bunker.
Yeah.
So, the thing is that the teachers and the staff and the admin all still have to be at Monte Vista during these next 3 or more weeks.
Right, which is the exact age range that this disease is actually affecting.
Well, no, most of them are still
younger. You'd say?
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of sucks for the exchange students because they literally live on campus.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
even more trapped than usual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's like we're getting everyone away from the school to prevent anything spreading. But then the kids are like, "What do we mean? We're at school," and then like they have to live there and they can't go home at all because that's literally where the coronavirus started. So it's kind of like it kind of sucks too. Imagine being like a foreign exchange student and like worrying about your own parents.
Yeah. And not being able to like visit them.
Yeah. You might literally have to like. All right, Frank is gonna risk his own life for this podcast.
There we go. And am I more legible now?
Yeah. All right. Now we're good. Now.
Yeah. I hope that I was like you could sort of make it. Okay. Well, now my eyes are just being closed by the dang. Okay. How about this? So I can't see.
Mosquito Frank.
Mosquito Frank.
Yes. So now I can talk a little bit better, and you still get the effect, but now my nose is getting crushed. Okay, how about this? This might be a little bit of a happy medium. No, man, living with the coronavirus pandemic is really hard.
It's
tough.
taking a toll.
Yeah.
Have you seen like the deaths compared to the recovery though?
Well, what are those like?
I saw it yesterday. It was like they're updating like every day, and it's like 80,000 people have recovered already.
Yeah.
And there's only like about 2,000 people that have died so far.
And that's worldwide.
That's worldwide, I'm pretty sure. But
I mean, the fact is that the death rate isn't staggeringly high. We're not all gonna die.
Yeah, no, but it's still kind of good to be safe.
Though, it's still very high.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think there's about 150,000 people that have it right now.
Yeah.
Which is a good amount, but a good
amount.
No, like
decent amount.
A solid, yeah.
But yeah, I think it's good to be safe, drink some hydrogen peroxide solution, because it gives you a burning sensation on the inside, but whatever helps.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Coronavirus is very susceptible to bleach, actually.
Yeah.
So if you just drink some of that, you'll probably be good. So I'm a senior, and you guys maybe can't relate to this as much because you are a sophomore and a freshman.
Youngest one here.
Yep.
You don't know that?
Youngest person ever on the podcast.
I'm 47, sorry.
That's what I thought.
Why is 47 your favorite number?
I don't know. I've been alive for 47 years.
I guess so.
We've been in this bunker for 47 days.
Yeah, my favorite number increases by 1 each time.
Yeah, like my age. Like next year, in July, my favorite number is gonna be 48.
Yep.
But
I've just got to stay safe, keep my eyes protected. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And Grace, you were planning on going to Disneyland, right, for the band?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on missing that now?
I can't breathe.
Yes, you can. That thing helps you breathe.
You know, I honestly, I was really excited for the trip a couple weeks ago, and then thank you, Jason. You know, I was really excited for the trip a couple weeks ago, but honestly, as we've been getting closer to it, I've been wanting to go less and less. I honestly don't know what that even means. But yeah, it is kind of a bummer though that all these trips are getting canceled. I mean, I know all you guys were super excited for Thess Fest.
Yeah, they before like our school even shut down, they're literally already canceled it. So, and Disneyland.
No, it was after our.
Oh yeah, it was after. So like after we even checked that they were like, all right, we're already closed. And then also Disneyland is already closed.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys wouldn't even be able to go either way. And Warner Bros probably wouldn't even let us go. Neither would Universal.
Yeah. So, but like for me, I'm thinking, am I gonna have today might have been my last day of actual high school.
Yeah, because our return date right now is about April 14th, but we're not right now. We're taking the break so we can see how everything goes and see if it can be handled right now in these couple weeks. We're kind of just having like a little, like kind of like a intermission to the rest of our year, but we're not sure if we're even gonna go back to April 14th because it's right after spring break, but. We're not sure if anything else will escalate even more to the point where we can't even go back to school.
Yeah.
But right now we're just hoping that everything goes back to... It probably won't go back to normal for a couple of months, maybe a year. But we're just hoping that it can be a little bit more...
Because the fact is, everyone's talking about how even though it might subside in the summer because it's seasonal and there's a very high likelihood that it'll have a lot of trouble in warmer temperatures.
Yeah.
The fact is that it's gonna come back. It's gonna kind of have a resurgence once it gets colder again in the fall.
Like the flu.
Yeah, but even then, even if that happens, it might be enough to like get us back to school and if we've flattened the curve now, and then we're just gonna get to have our last couple weeks of, in my case, senior year, and actually have a graduation ceremony.
Because everything right now is kind of questionable at the moment. Like, is there actually going to be a graduation? Is there going to be...
Are we going to have Sound of Music? Like, we all thought it was going to get canceled pretty much.
I was kind of hoping it'd get canceled. Like, not even to, like, talk trash on Sound of Music. Like, the people there are actually, like, nice to the extent. But, you know, like, sometimes you just get, like... You feel like nothing's really going... I mean, especially for me, I don't really have that big of a role.
Yeah.
And you have, like, a big role. So, you probably... We're like kind of not hoping that it would get canceled because I know you'd probably been working on it for a while. Well,
when I found out, I got the part of Captain Von Trapp in Sound of Music, and then it was going to be the first day of rehearsal. And during first period, I actually looked at the rehearsal schedule for the first time, and I realized that it went until May. The last show was in May.
It was kind of like, what am I getting myself into?
Yeah, it was like, well, okay, well, this is the rest of my senior year now. It's being spent on Sound of Music, and so I seriously considered quitting. And I kind of reluctantly said, okay, you know what, fine, let's just go forward with this.
But you know what? You fit the role of the captain better than anyone else in the school at this point.
Well, I mean, that's hopefully for the sake of the casting of the show. Thank you, I guess. Or is it, hopefully that, I don't know. But at this point, I've kind of put enough into it where I'm really... I was really worried about it being canceled because then it's all for nothing. Only give me a little squirt. Don't go too crazy.
You don't want to waste it all right now.
Yeah. We need to ration our hand sanitizer.
Oh, I wasted some frick.
Oh no.
Oh, that's just the jelly at the bottom. We're good.
So yeah, I was relieved when we found out that we're still planning on doing Sound of Music because what a great week for Mrs. Matos to be out in Washington D.C. and not be there because she's in charge of the musical and not be there to like tell us what's going on. And so we just found out that the musical is still happening and it's not even being postponed.
It's not being postponed.
There was a rumor that it was going to be postponed. I guess that was on.
I was hoping it'd be postponed so we can have more time to kind of relax.
Yeah.
And have a little bit of... But right now, like, this thing is just breathing on the back of our necks right now.
Yeah,
just,
and we've got to rehearse it on Zoom and whatnot.
Like, literally, the show's like, we're coming for you right now. Yeah. We're not doing that joke, but they probably can't... You probably can't hear me. Grace probably can't hear me. But like they're like it's literally on the back of our necks right now because we still have a lot to do. We still have to perfect the blocking. We have to run it through a lot of times. Tech week, they still have to build the stage. It's not even built yet. What they're gonna build over
Yeah, we're going straight into Tech Week, so we have to memorize our lines over this remote
break,
learning period.
even though we're already going to be having homework and stuff, and not going to have a lot of time to even do stuff because we're probably going to be having to go through some stuff.
Yeah.
With like the state or town.
So you guys have gone through your classes and they've kind of briefed you on what the remote learning is going to look like. How hardcore does it seem? Or like, were you surprised by how much work it is, or how little work it is, or was it about what you expected?
Well, a lot of our teachers are not planning on doing a lot of test work thingies because, you know, we're going to be at home and there's not really point in trusting their students. But Miss Logan right now, or Miss Fenwick, whatever, she's planning on doing like an exam thing, but she's going to say that she's going to trust us with the thing, that we're not going to cheat or anything or look at our notes, which I actually kind of appreciate. Because, like, let's say you forget some homeworks and you want to get to good grades, an exam would, like, bring you up or either bring you back down. But other classes are kind of just, they're kind of just still testing it out because they didn't even know that they're going to close down the school until yesterday. They told me.
Yeah.
And so they don't even know yet. That's why I think that's why we have Monday off, I think.
So that they can, like, calibrate and figure out what's going on.
On the email, it said that they're going to, like, practice everything and make sure everything's good.
So Grace, what about you? What's
I honestly, there hasn't been much from my teachers.
Grace, you can keep it on. You just gotta yell.
So yeah, there hasn't been much that my teachers have told me. Mrs. West was definitely the most thorough, and I'm honestly still really confused on what's actually going on. Mr. Hurst didn't say anything this period. I don't know what that
Hurst
says about
just
the guy, but
thoroughly does not care.
no, Hurst does not care at all. Yeah, we did a worksheet today and a mini Socratic, and I don't even know if he knows what's going on. I don't think he pays attention, but you know, yeah. So I'm a little confused myself. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we're going on this thing called Zoom. Where it's if you don't know, it's like so we basically just make an account, and then everyone in our school right now is on it, and the teachers are gonna make like a group chat, or not a group chat, like a video chat, and basically the students can join to get help, but the teachers aren't gonna be on it like every single day. Some teachers are doing it like Wednesday, some Friday, some like Monday, or they're only gonna have like a time frame of the day to go on it and get help with any homework, like face to face. And the teacher is like Mr. Williams. He said he might be on every single day for like 2 hours, which is kind of insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of sucks though, because they literally have to go back to school. And it's gonna be like a ghost town, like just being a teacher, just in a classroom full empty for like hours and hours and hours. But you know, I think it'll probably be kind of nerve-wracking though, because like, I don't know, it's like being somewhere where everyone else is being told not to go.
Yeah.
You can get kind of nervous.
I love how everybody's like, I'm going to knock out all my work in the first 3 hours of the first day. And then be done with everything.
Amber.
Yeah, right.
Amber, if you're watching this, you're done for. It's over.
You're an idiot.
Get in your bunker and just chill out.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, we'll see if that pans out. I'm gonna try to be. I'm gonna try to see the best in this whole situation. I'm gonna try to do cool stuff and, you know, improve myself in a way that maybe I didn't have as much time for if I was going to school every day. But I don't know. I'm just worried. I don't really mind taking 3 weeks off.
Yeah.
I'm just worried that this is gonna be more than 3 weeks off.
Yeah, because like you said earlier, that this is probably going to be your last day at school. And it's not going to really be the last day for Grace and I, because we obviously are going to keep going to school.
Like, if I were a sophomore or a freshman, I think this is totally awesome because it's a...
Yeah, you'd be chilling, right?
Yeah, I'd be chilling, and then it's like a cool story to have in the beginning or in the middle of your high school experience.
Yeah, but like being a senior, it must suck though, because it's like you're planning all the way. Like, it's been 4 years, and then like the last couple weeks, you want to like chill out and be like relax and have fun with your friends, but you're not allowed to go to school.
Yeah. So we're currently in a natural state of emergency due to coronavirus. I'm just looking up breaking coronavirus news, but that's kind of the big story right now, is that we are officially in a state of emergency. And so I don't know what the criteria for that is and how often it happens. Like, when have we been in a state of emergency before? But the way that everyone's talking about this coronavirus, and it could be a lot less extreme than we think it is, but it could be more extreme. We really don't have much of a way of knowing, is that this is probably the worst like viral pandemic or is like sickness pandemic since the Spanish flu. Now the Spanish flu was horrible. You hear about it in history classes. It killed 3% of like the whole population.
It's like 25 million or something like that.
Yeah. And the thing about the Spanish flu is that it targeted people with good immune systems, so 18 to 25-year-olds, whereas coronavirus...
So you have to smoke to be good from the Spanish flu.
Yeah, whereas the coronavirus is you're more likely to die or be hospitalized if you have a weak immune system or if you have respiratory issues and whatnot.
That's kind of why it's just been affecting either babies. I don't even know if babies have it. Babies or elderly people because babies don't have full immune systems that are good yet.
I've heard that it doesn't affect babies. Don't quote me on that, but... I remember hearing the babies are fine.
Yeah. Well, I don't know yet. It's still like kind of pretty new, so we're not sure. But as of right now, it's mainly affecting just old people, like boomers.
Yeah. What a horrible 2 years to be old.
I know.
First there was the whole boomer thing, and now it's like revenge on the boomers.
I know.
With this coronavirus. It's almost as if in the generational war, the millennials and the Gen Zers orchestrated this as a bioweapon.
I know.
So that leads me to my next point. Coronavirus is a bioweapon. What do we think of this conspiracy theory?
I think it's a great one. just the millennials and just everyone, all the little kids, all the kids who play Fortnite just developed this little virus that killed off millions of old people.
Yeah, it's the ultimate okay boomer.
Yeah, it's like
this is what you
okay
get.
Boomer. I like that.
Yeah, these kids are just trapped on Fortnite right now. Mm-hmm. No, not really. Fortnite kind of died, but they're trapped on whatever game that's relevant right now. I don't really keep track of that anymore, but I think that's probably whatever happens to old people. I feel bad for because they're old people. They've been living. It's kind of like Frank. It's kind of like Frank with senior year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a senior, and then senior citizens also have it bad. It's just if the word senior is a title that would describe you, you're screwed.
Corona just messes with every type of senior.
Let's see here. Is coronavirus... So, according to an ET Prime report, a group of Chinese scientists in Canada were accused of spying and restricted their access to Canada's National Microbiology Lab, which is known to work on some of the most deadly pathogens. The alleged policy breach highlighted the bioweapon program of other countries in China. So, there was one... This looks like there was a legit... slight international scandal having to do with bioweapons research between China and Canada. And so conspiracy theorists are coming up with stuff for that. Let's see here. Did Simpsons predict? Of course, the Simpsons predicted coronavirus.
Cool.
Simpsons predicted everything. But who do you think is behind this? Because clearly, it's not nature.
I think I'm those kind of people who kind of don't really like conspiracy theories as a lot, but I kind of just feel like it's probably like some weird germ that was not supposed to be discovered. Probably some. Well, I feel like it's just like really, really bad care on food, and just livelihood in China.
Mm-hmm. Well, it came from bats, is what they're saying. They think.
Yeah, like.
So somebody ate a bat.
There's some people, like the exchange students in our school, talk about how harsh the conditions are because they used to live there.
Yeah.
And they're talking about how everywhere is just like all the butcher shops are just filled with blood everywhere and it's like rotting, gross stuff. And they're talking about like how it could have just come from there because everything is being bad there and they're eating a bunch of exotic animals that probably shouldn't have been eaten.
Yeah. I don't know. My thinking about this whole coronavirus thing is that if you wanted to assassinate someone, but you wanted it to be really under the radar, what better cover than a bioweapon? Okay, so we have a caller. All right, Bruce, you're on the air. Vukasovich, hello.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
I can't hear Bruce.
Welcome to the show.
We can't hear Bruce.
Yeah, oh shoot, you guys can't hear Bruce B. That sucks.
Is there any way we can disconnect the headphones so we can all hear?
No. So I'm gonna have to be the one talking to the callers. I didn't really think about this.
Be messenger.
Yeah, okay. So, Bruce, what's your take? And it seems like there are other people with you. Okay, sweet. Make sure to wash your hands.
Are we having sushi tonight?
All right. You guys eating any raw meat?
Blake said that Ryan's gonna be making sushi, so I'm not sure if Bruce is there.
So what's the primary emotional adjective that comes to mind when you hear the term coronavirus or COVID-19 or something like that. Yeah, that's what we've been talking about.
What do you say?
The boomers have just been getting fucked over.
Is this good?
Yeah.
That's it.
I have such a fat head.
You guys, I know you can't hear Bruce B, but I'm kind of talking to Bruce B, so there's two conversations going on. I'm super sorry about this. Anyway, what were you saying? What is that?
Oh, my brother's calling.
Legitimate possibility.
My brother said to fix the audio. It's really glitchy right now.
The audio. Bruce, have you been watching the stream?
All right, I'll call you back here. Bye.
Okay. Man, the audio might suck.
My brother really cares about this. So,
What's his name?
you're here.
Thank you. Here.
Hold on. Shoot, the sound does suck now.
Has it sucked for a while?
My mom said it went to hell just like right now. So Bruce, we've got a problem with callers. It seems like where callers make the sound terrible.
You're not welcome here, Bruce B.
Bruce, get out of here.
So this is a pretty serious problem if callers fuck up the audio because like callers is the most like.
You might have to get rid of the colors.
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. That's good. Alright. Well, that's unfortunate. So,
Should you want me to check the audio again, or
well, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I can check the audio right
just to make sure? Because I don't know what if the thing like permanently hex it up, just from.
now. Yeah. Okay. Let me see if the audio is getting better. Yeah.
Oh, we're
audio's
good.
fine
Okay.
now.
We're
So,
good.
And we're back.
Okay.
What if it's just Bruce?
If you guys
It's just
need
Bruce.
to.
It's not like a phone
If you
call.
guys
It's
can
just Bruce
generate
B.
content about coronavirus while I try to do some tech support like right now,
Indian tech support.
that would be
Yeah.
ideal. So
Wait a
just
minute, Frank's not
keep
brown.
talking,
Alyssa
keep
keeps
talking.
texting me, dude.
God damn it, Alyssa. Has she been watching?
Probably. Frank, you should probably get some hand sanitizer just to make sure you're good.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah, we've kind of just been.
sanitize.
We've been showering.
We've been showering in hand sanitizer. It's been intense.
It's kind of been
but-
a mix of the Listerine and hand sanitizer.
Yeah, we found that it's the most effective solution. We've gone through everything.
Let's see, your list is right there. We've used about 648,523 bottles.
Okay. We're gonna need to
sanitizer.
do a little bit of an experiment here. Jason, if you could call into the show, that would be nice.
Frank, let me just wait for my hands to dry up real quick.
Here in the bunker, we have some technical difficulties with
Yeah.
connecting
Yeah,
internet and
it's-
everything because
it's the outside
we
world.
want to be off grid.
Yeah.
We have our own well down here. We're not using the city water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, please just go ahead and call in and see what happens to the audio.
Okay, let me use my ear though, because Jason Cruz. Sorry here. Technical difficulties.
Okay, so we're talking to each other.
Oh, Frank, talk. Talk, Frank.
I'm talking.
Jason Cruz.
So now I'm talking.
Yeah, the calling does.
Yeah.
The calls do mess up.
Maybe it's just Jason though.
No.
It might just be Jason.
Yeah, it's probably just the calls that are hacking me up.
Probably 'cause Jason's brown.
Yes, absolutely, Grace.
Don't mess with me, dude.
Okay.
Don't mess with the mask ass. Oh my god, who's calling?
So
Oh my god.
Hello?
we've got some awkward technical difficulties here.
We're in the
that I
middle
better
of a
work through.
stream. You probably shouldn't call.
Yeah, how are they getting through the lead barriers
Hello?
of the bunker with
Yeah.
the radio waves?
Yeah.
I know, we figured out that it's just the calling, the people who call.
Yeah.
Alright, bye. I
Okay.
told you my brother cares so much about the audio. Because my brother, he watches, there's this YouTube channel called Super Mega.
Uh-huh.
And they live stream, and he cares so much about live streams at this point, and he
Uh-huh.
just wants to make sure that they're good.
Okay. So, how are we gonna do this?
You want to talk about Tom Hanks and the corona?
Yeah. So you guys talk amongst yourselves about Tom Hanks and coronavirus.
Do you know anything about Tom Hanks?
I
No.
know he was in Forrest Gump. And
Yeah,
his
okay.
wife and kid has it too, right? Or does he have a kid? Just his wife?
It's his wife. What is it? Tom Hanks is in Australia right now. He went to go shoot a movie, and I think his wife was just accompanying him. Mm-hmm. But they tested themselves, I think, before they left, and they tested positive for coronavirus. And he posted about it a couple days ago, I think like 2 or 3 days ago, saying that he had it and that he had to stay back for quarantine. And he just posted a picture, like I think yesterday, saying that he's like doing fine right now, like him and his wife are happy. And I think his brother, not his brother, I don't know if it's even like I don't even know if he has a son or not, but like apparently his son posted a video saying that like his dad and his mom are good, that like they're not even that sick, that they're being taken well care of, and that's really good because I actually like Tom Hanks a lot.
What else has Tom Hanks been in? I only know him for Forrest Gump.
He's Woody from Toy Story.
Oh, okay.
He voice acts for Woody. He was in like a flight movie, I forgot what it was called, where he like saved a bunch of people. And then Forrest Gump, he was in a couple other movies I completely forgot the name of, but yeah, he's been around for quite a while.
Right.
Keep talking, please.
Any other are there any other people like
there's a professional
celebrities and
basketball
stuff
player that
that
just
we-
like got coronavirus, but I think the NBA right now is just completely done for. They just completely
Yeah.
closed off Sydney said the NHL has completely just
Yeah, all the sports, all Broadway's closed.
yeah.
All right, we have a caller. Hold on. Let me see here.
Maybe I was probably gonna call again.
Hey, can you hear me? So we're having some technical difficulties right now, and I'll hopefully we'll announce it or something when it gets better. But right now, calling doesn't quite work. It screws up the audio on the final stream. So super sorry. We're trying to work through it. But yeah, I'm gonna have to let you go. Okay, never mind.
Maybe we can remove the call now thing. Just for temporary.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Call now temporarily.
So yeah, no calling. Let's just talk.
Okay.
Which Ian was it?
It just said Ian.
Oh.
Ian?
Frank,
Ian?
do you like Star Wars?
I do like Star Wars.
All right. What were you? Did you watch the new movie that came out?
I did not The Last Jedi was the first Star Wars movie I didn't watch.
And
I didn't watch Solo either, but that doesn't quite count.
did you watch Rise of the Skywalker?
Sorry, no. I got it mixed up. I did watch Last Jedi. I did not watch Rise of Skywalker.
Okay. Did the last Jedi kind of not do it for you? So you just didn't want to watch the
I
other
do
one?
not hate Last Jedi. It has its faults. I understand people hating it.
You know, a lot of people trash on it like a bit too much than I feel like, because I feel like it is a pretty good movie. It just doesn't connect a lot of dots, or doesn't really. It's more of like a fan movie, more like a movie just to like
Egg the series on a little bit longer.
to just be like give the fans what they want. Mm-hmm. That's kind of what the last Rise of Skywalker was. Like they brought back Palpatine because he's apparently still alive. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry if I'm spoiling it for anyone who. I'm pretty sure Star Wars fan would have probably watched it already. But yeah, so they brought him back, and then he was bringing up like a new order, new world thingy secretly. Which I don't know how you can keep a new world order, like not even a world, like just to like dominate the entire galaxy. I don't know how that's that much of a secret. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know how the Star Wars people in Star Wars haven't discovered everything in their galaxy yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like like right now we know pretty much almost everything about our galaxy, and we know a lot about. We have an observable universe, and I don't get how aliens with high tech everything don't even know the unknown regions of a galaxy. Like a galaxy can't be that big that they don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Emperor Palpatine is like this new last order, blah 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 blah, where he got like a heck ton of those Star Destroyer ship thingies. You know what the Star Destroyer things are? Those really like Dorito shaped ships, Frank?
Yeah, those are called Star Destroyers.
They are?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they're those things. But it's like the mothership of them, and they had like thousands of them. And basically, they had sent like just a small little army of rebellion, or whatever they're called now, just to go like kill Palpatine, or just so they thought it was gonna be like a little army. Mm-hmm. And then they were quickly just clapped all by these.
So imagine trying to release a movie during coronavirus season. Like, because box office numbers are going to go down across the board because people don't want to like gather in a crowded movie theater.
Yeah.
I think that's also the concern for the production right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not only do we have to just like be off school and work and have a bunch of fun stuff canceled, we can't even watch as much media.
No.
I mean, we still have the internet. We're going to entertain ourselves perfectly fine, but we can't watch the NBA. We can't watch. We can watch movies, but there's.
I was saying we should just go to school with hazmat suits. I feel like that'd be pretty fun.
No, that honestly makes sense.
Yeah, like have
That would be so awesome.
That
health and wellness
with gas masks,
running with running with hazmat
running in the
suits.
hot with hazmat. That would be really funny.
Yeah.
Keep talking, guys. I'm kind of.
Do you know anything about Star Wars?
Spinning a bunch of
I
different
don't.
plates.
I've never. I saw some of the Star Wars movies when I was really little, and I don't remember anything.
They're probably the prequels.
Yeah. That's. I'm really good at that. I actually haven't seen a lot of movies at all.
Do you like the prequels though?
I don't know.
Do you even watch the prequels?
Probably not.
Because I just thought about Star Wars because I saw the Star Wars thing in the top.
Oh right, yeah. R2D2.
Frank, did you hear about that theory
and,
that
C3PO.
have you heard about that like weird Mandela effect thingy where C3PO in all the prequels and in the original movies he has a silver leg?
Yeah,
You've heard about it?
I have. I've witnessed it.
You've seen the silver leg, right?
Yeah, I never noticed it before it got pointed out, but I could see why I wouldn't notice it. The rest of it is gold.
But literally every single person in the Star Wars cast and the producers on set and the directors have like been, no, he has a golden leg. There's no silver leg anywhere. And it's kind of been weird.
What does Anthony Daniels think?
Who's Anthony Daniels?
The guy who plays C-3PO.
Jason.
He said he remembers a golden leg. Apparently.
Okay, guys, so we have a question that has been submitted without a call because calls are currently down.
No, that'd be kind of cool. Why don't you just like send a message here for questions?
I mean, I sort of have that, but I'm going to be working out technical difficulties. What is coronavirus? Says my good friend Rich B. Bionemeyer.
From what I know right now, it's just a strand of a bunch of viruses, right? I guess. Is it?
Yeah, it's called coronavirus.
It's a virus.
Don't quote me on that, but I think it's a virus.
Yeah, it's a virus. It's a coronavirus.
No, but it's a group of something. I don't know. But I know it's not new, definitely.
So, okay,
There's been-
philosophically, Rich B. Bionemeyer has just clarified. Philosophically, what is the coronavirus?
Philosophically.
I don't have that kind of a vocabulary.
Yeah, me either.
Just think deeply about coronavirus. What does it mean for like thought and the way that we perceive the world and what the world really is and what the meaning of life is in general?
People are apparently not buying the Corona beer just because of the coronavirus, which makes completely.
We need to buy. Does like Coca-Cola own Corona beer? Because we need to buy some stock in that. ASAP.
No, they own. I think Fanta. Do you know how Fanta came to be?
Yeah, Nazi Germany.
Yeah,
Because they
No
didn't
way.
have enough.
They didn't have enough
stuff for Coca-Cola, so they
just
invented Fanta.
And they named it Fanta as in the word fantasy.
Fantasy.
Wow. Did not know
Okay, please just talk. Well, I can't talk right now because I'm trying to figure out how to get
Okay.
Collins to work.
All right.
that. Okay.
So coronavirus is definitely not new, right? But what are some really, really old sicknesses that have been coming around?
The plague.
The plague, the Black
plague's
Plague,
back.
the Black Death.
Half the
whatever.
reason I'm in here. Black Death.
The Black Death, yeah, whatever the thing is called. That killed off a lot of people, right? How many? What's the percentage of people?
Couple.
Like
couple.
a third of all Europeans or something
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, something.
And I think it was like it wasn't even like a like safe thingy. Like it was so contagious, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I read that like if you like even pass someone and like brush their shoulder or something, or like
it was bacteria. It wasn't a virus.
Yeah.
but it like I think like the first like you would die within like a few days.
Well,
Please
I
stop
mean,
looking
I
at me when
really-
you say things,
I-
okay? I need to think about other stuff. I'm going to stop talking to you.
I really don't know much about the plague or any other global pandemics.
What's something in
the
your life right
past.
now that has your interest?
This podcast, honestly, you've been hyping it up so much.
I've been hyping up the podcast a lot.
Every time I see Jason, he goes, "Hey, hey Grace, I'm going to be on the podcast."
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for about a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
You know what? I've been thinking about it since before the coronavirus.
Thank you. Yeah, the coronavirus is really just a good excuse
So-
to get down in the bunker and
Yeah, and
make
do
some
some live
content.
streams.
Yeah.
Built this bunker back in 1844.
Yeah, back in 1844.
I built it myself, hand built it myself in 1844. right
Yeah,
now.
seeing as how you're 47 years old.
I'm 47,000 years old actually. If you didn't know, I just use 47 just to seem younger, but
Oh, okay.
No.
Well, I mean, you don't look a day over
11.
11, yeah, I'd
Yeah,
say.
but no, I came to realization of the Frank Hurley podcast back back in the 1940s, I
Back
think.
in the 40s,
Back
right?
World War II had just like started like a year ago, and I was just like Frank had just followed me back on Instagram. Like it was like a new thing on like this. There was this new app called Instagram in the 40s, and Frank had gotten one, and then he like it said like follow back or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I saw Frank's caption. It was like I didn't even know have an idea for a caption. And then on the bottom, I saw a link that said F Hurley Productions YouTube / blah 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 blah.
And that was the beginning.
I pressed on it.
That's where it all started.
And it's like when you dig up something like dirt.
Yeah.
Look in the dirt. There's like a
Like a
treasure,
casket.
a treasure chest or something.
A treasure chest.
You think Frank's YouTube channel's dead?
No.
Wow, Frank, you hear that?
That wasn't a metaphor.
Frank, you hear that?
He can't hear you.
Keep talking. I'm in the other side of the bunker, the soundproof section.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
hear
sorry.
you.
No,
Yeah.
so I discovered that he had made podcasts, and at first, you know how when you discover a YouTube channel, you kind of just scroll through it and just look
yeah,
at the videos.
You're like, oh, okay, what's up?
I just saw FH something like a black screen or a black thumbnail with letters on it, and I was like, what is this? And then I just like scrolled down and I saw like some other videos. And the first video I've ever watched of the Frank Hurley productions was the World War II rap video that Frank made back in like
World
was it sophomore
War
or freshman
II.
year?
Freshman.
World War
And-
II.
Not just a low budget sequel. World War II. And
Yeah.
I got really into it. And it was a really good song actually.
Pretty fire. Good track.
And then I'd watched a superhero one,
Video.
the Thanksgiving something with Grace Hurley in
Right.
it.
That's, thank you for
After
pointing
this
that out.
podcast, make sure to go look at that video. You get to see like 5-year-old Grace running around.
Yeah. That'll
And
be great.
The first time I actually looked at the podcast, I was kind of just strolling through it, and I found like some other people like Madison and like Josh Clymer. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
And then I went over and I saw the most recent one. It was like Gunner something. No, it was like other people, but I just saw Gunner, and I was like, Gunner, okay, I know who this person is. And so I just watched it, and I got really into it. Like I was like, dude, this is a really good like podcast, because it's like right now it's kind of gotten a bit more hectic right now because we're now coronavirus. We've been stuck in this bunker. Frank's been kind of going insane right now.
Yeah. We're all kind of
losing our sanity.
We're losing our minds down here. Yeah.
But
It's been a while.
it was such a like a roller coaster of emotions, just like.
Yeah.
Because Gunner, like,
You guys please stop talking for a second.
Figured that I'd be able to get
you've become the
Joseph Lanza has a sore throat and fever. He owns a manufacturing company near New Rochelle, New York, a hotspot of coronavirus. He's frustrated he can't get tested.
and I might put people at risk. It's not fair to them. So it's very challenging for lots of us, not knowing.
All right, Jason, I'm going to need you to please go out of the room for the sake of testing and call in.
Do you think you fixed it?
Yeah, I hope so.
All right. Is it still streaming?
Yeah, it's still streaming.
All right. I'll be right back.
All right.
Still going. Am I on my own?
Yeah, this is now the Grace podcast.
That's bad. Whatever. Okay.
Oh, by the way, I'm not leaving the bunker. This is just a small little crawl space in the bunker. Right now, I'm going.
Yeah, he's going to another part of the bunker. You can't get out of
You
this
can't
bunker.
get out of the bunker.
It's not that simple.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been down here for years at this point.
Yeah. I mean, ever since the coronavirus wiped out 90% of the population.
We just, yeah.
And it's just been anarchy for the rest of it.
Oh, look, a caller.
From
Jason Cruz.
Okay, so, hello, Jason.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Talk.
How's the audio in the stream?
It should be good. My mom's watching. My mom will probably text me to tell me if it's good.
My brother just sent me a message. I'm not sure if... my brother also just said that the camera's out of focus.
The camera looks good to me. But...
Yeah, you hear.
I think this should work. All right, we're good.
Okay.
All right, Jason, come on back in.
All right.
Finally.
Okay, call-ins work, everybody.
Let's go.
Colin's back up.
Call-ins work.
Finally, we're ready to. You know what? Now this is a full-fledged
Contact
podcast now.
the outside world.
Yes.
You know, see, the coronavirus has just been affecting us. There's been people taking a dump on the antennas up there, up on
Yeah,
the surface.
no, it's been rough. You never, since we don't know what's going on out
No, we
there.
literally don't know.
And so, yeah, we have no way of knowing.
We heard like this homeless guy a few nights ago. He was just like taking the biggest dump ever on like, and then we were wondering, why is our internet going down? And then like it was just like out of control.
I know.
It like went down for a few hours. Frank didn't even have access to TikTok. Frank was just planning on making 27 TikToks.
Yeah.
Frank was just out of it. He just wanted to go to sleep, and he was so upset. We got a caller.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Who are you?
This is Ian.
Ian, you are on the air. Welcome
What
to
up,
the Frank
Ian?
Hurley Show.
It's pretty cool.
Grace and Jason still can't hear you. Audio's bad now. Are you kidding?
Is it? Let me check.
You want me to hang up?
It's not that bad.
Audio's bad now. Are you kidding?
Is it? Let me check.
It's not.
Hey, Ian, can you talk?
Hello?
Yeah, just go on a monologue.
Okay, the other day I was walking down the street and I saw a palm tree.
Okay, so it looks like we're good. All right, Jason, you can stop monitoring the. So, Ian, are you the blonde kid who plays guitar?
No, I'm the brown-haired kid that plays guitar.
You're the brown-haired.
That's
Okay.
Ian Pagombre.
So you're Ian Pagombre.
This kid's kind of zany,
That's
guys.
me.
So
I'm the zany guy.
so you're a zany guy. So, do you consider coronavirus to be a zany social phenomenon or a medical phenomenon or whatnot?
I'd say it's the most zany one we've had since the 1900s.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like, we've had 9/11. 9/11 was pretty bad. World War II obviously sucked.
World War II.
I mean, in the 60s we had Vietnam War and all that. I don't know. I guess the Cold War was probably pretty scary, but not too much actually happened. But yeah, just overall, this is kind of like our generation's big thing to work through, our first little foray into actual crises.
Does he have any questions for us or for the coronavirus?
Yeah, do you have any questions for us as a panel of experts on the coronavirus?
Or just as humans?
Do any of you have the coronavirus?
Grace might have gotten the coronavirus. Grace,
I might.
Can you tell that story?
So as some of you viewers may know, I'm a dancer. I dance at PAC, and this past weekend I was at a dance convention near San Francisco. So basically what a dance convention is, it's a big ballroom. It's a big convention room.
It's a convention just with dance.
Yeah.
It's like
we all know
it's a dance
convention. No, well, we all get together in a big
Was it
room
like a
and
dance battle?
dance and get sweaty and breathe all
Grace,
over
were there
each
any
other.
dance battles?
There were no dance battles, unfortunately. Usually,
Oh, that's
pretty
kinda
zany,
lame.
couple dance battles, but no, not this year. Anyways, but yeah. So just before we drove up there, though, San Mateo County put out a health warning to not gather into crowds of over 250 people, and to try to just avoid big crowds generally. Around the same time, the Grand Princess docked right there in Oakland with the 42 infected that they like let off the boat and stuff.
My brother said we should all evacuate. Grace can't be trusted.
Yeah.
he's not wrong.
That's why Grace was the first one we stuffed in the bunker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grace is
47 years
Will you
ago
have to
when I got back
exclude her
from the
from the
dance
bunker?
convention.
days ago.
47 days ago. I'm confused.
She's losing her mind. I think it's
Yeah.
corona.
It's the corona.
Grace, we only started remote learning. Like, we haven't even started remote learning yet.
Yeah, not even.
We've gotten the bunker equipped for coronavirus.
Right now
luckily.
we are
There's no
in.
paranoia.
We're currently right now. We're in. We're in Wakanda right now.
So, Ian, do you have anything to like just get off your get off your chest?
Yeah, vent.
Yeah.
I was the one that started the coronavirus.
What? We have the culprit. On the breaking news on the Frank Hurley Show, we found the coronavirus culprit. What is your story, sir?
I was walking down the street and I saw a palm tree and I cut it down and inside was the virus
My
and I
God.
caught a case
My
and
God.
released it.
He started the coronavirus.
Ian
found it in a tree. Ian, what have we told you
I'm so
about
sorry.
starting global pandemics?
That is so not
Is he
zany.
is he Chinese?
It's not zany, I know.
Yeah.
What if he was the bat that started it?
Probably Ian's the bat.
I am
Did
the
you know
bat.
did you know that 50% of all mammals on Earth are bats?
No way.
I heard that somewhere.
That's it. Jason, you're a bat?
I'm part of that 50%, yeah.
Yeah.
That means one and a half of us is bats.
What's it like being a bat? Do you feel insecure because like birds? Because birds can fly so much
birds
better?
are like cooler bats. And it's very scary being a bat because we're blind.
Yes, 100% blind. That is how bats work.
No, bats aren't blind.
Yes, they are, Jason. Why else would you say blind as a bat?
Because rubbing
Because
bacteria.
Because Frank isn't a bat.
There you
he
go.
drives.
There you go. So, Ian, yeah, that's the thing that really sucks about birds is that not only, they're not mammals, but they still get to be warm-blooded. So, you can't really compare to birds. This is another thing that I've been talking about. Don't you wish that we could lay eggs?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't wish for that.
I'm so jealous of egg-laying animals. That must be so... It must be like so fun.
Why? Because you want to hatch a baby out of an egg?
Well, I just...
Is it a painful process?
I'm sure it's painful, but like it's something that has to be done. But then it's
has to be done. I have to lay an egg.
Necessary.
Yeah. So Rich B. Bionemeyer has contacted me with another pressing question that maybe we can all weigh in on. Is do you think they will postpone the senior trip?
I think that they might postpone the senior trip. I mean, where is the senior trip for?
Well, it's to Disneyland.
It's Disneyland in like
if it's
a
already
week, right? Yeah,
they're not going to.
But here's, guys, I think Rich B. Bionemeyer is a little bit more of a philosopher than we think. We already know that they have sent an email out postponing the senior trip.
I think there's a secret message in the message.
Thinker.
Will they postpone the
He's
senior
an
trip?
IB thinker.
Yeah, can we use our
IB
IB qualities to
Yeah.
really dissect this question fully? Ian, what do you think?
I have no idea. As a bat, it's very hard to tell.
I can understand that. Do you like humans?
No.
Why is that? Humans are so nice. We love bats.
That's why the coronavirus is.
Humans eat bats.
So are you a fruit bat?
I'm a meat bat.
He wants to kill us to keep all the fruit for himself.
So you're a meat bat. So you're a carnivorous bat. So do you eat bugs?
Very true.
Like what does your diet consist of?
Small deer and frogs.
Is it cheeseburger?
I don't know. What do you say?
So he's a meat bat? I asked him what his diet is. Like, do you eat bugs and stuff? He goes like, small deer.
Small deer.
Rich B. Bionemeyer has asked us another pressing philosophical question. Do you think there's a chance that they will switch to remote learning at Monte Vista?
Oh.
Rich, can you just call in? Call-ins work,
Rich.
Yeah, Rich B.
Would you like me
Bionemeyer
to
should
hang
call
up?
in.
Gosh, I wish I could hear.
So I have one last question. How do you operate a phone as a meat bat?
I use my meaty fingers to call the dial.
Well, you're a highly intelligent bat, and we really appreciate you calling in and giving us this input. Even though we really don't appreciate you starting a worldwide pandemic, you should be very ashamed, and you should go hang
There's a
upside
reason
down
why we're in
somewhere.
this bunker.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye, meat Matt.
Oh, I just got what the hang upside down meant because he's a bat.
Yeah, he's a bat, and bats hang upside down.
Yeah, they do.
Imagine being a spider in a cave.
God, Jason, get with it.
Spiders are like mostly
Spider?
like spiders are mostly blind, right?
Probably.
No,
I've heard that
spiders have really great eyesight.
No, they
don't. They
don't.
have like 9 eyes.
they have 9 eyes,
They do
but they're
have a lot of
they're
eyes.
apparently really bad. They have really bad eyesight, and
Oh.
like
really
imagine
weird.
being a spider in a cave, like completely pitch black. You have no clue what's going on.
You know what does have really good eyesight though? Mantises. Like praying mantises.
What-
Meat bat.
Why do you say that?
And meat bats. No, I just watched this little documentary the other day about praying mantises and how they're cannibalistic.
How they like to pray.
And how they no, how they like to pray and they like to eat same.
You know, I met a
they
family
like to
of
eat their famay.
Yeah.
I met a family of praying mantises at church the other week. You know, we have like a little. Also on Wednesday, we had a youth group where I play guitar for a youth group, by the way.
So go on. Never mind.
And it was like near the end of worship. They came to pick up their kid. Like I think his kid's name was it was like Bob or something like that. And he was just there and he was just praying the entire time. And like
His name was Bob.
his parents came out and they're like, we gotta go. And I was like, oh, you're his parents. Oh, your kid's like been really cool. And he's been like such a good kid right now. He's just been worshiping and trying to get to the Lord. And then like for some reason, I just like when they walk away, I just like hear a bunch of commotion in their car. I walk over to their car and like the mom is eating the dad.
No, wow.
And then like I'm like so confused. I'm like, why are they eating each other? But like It sucked so much though, because that kid was such a good kid and they got eaten all.
So here's the question: worst comes to worst, are we going to eat our family and neighbors if enough people are dying from coronavirus and there's no food supply?
If we ate them, then we'd probably get the coronavirus.
Well, that's assuming they don't have the coronavirus.
Oh, so you're saying we kill them?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that like coronavirus shuts down all food imports, all of our food supply. We don't have any way to get
we'd
food.
have to leave the bunker for that.
The streets are post-apocalyptic. Exactly. We don't want to leave the bunker to go in the streets and
no. Wait. We have
fight for food.
Feed,
so we just like sneak up on a loved one or a family member.
Right.
Just
We have. If you guys haven't realized yet, I've been eating a bit of the bed, like the mattress. every
Jason,
you know how we've all been sharing. We have like this one twin size mattress that we've all been sleeping on.
Sharing because there are 173 other people in this bunker. We're at max capacity.
Yeah, like there's like 1,000 levels to this bunker right now. We're on the very we're like at the 5th floor right now. There's about 700 other floors under us, and this is our own proper bunker. We got our own Wi-Fi. We got Netflix. We got Disney Plus. But we've all been sharing like a twin size mattress, and every now and then in the middle of the night, just feeling a little bit hungry for a snack, I just reach over a little bit, just get a little pinch of that memory foam.
We're gonna be in this bunker for the next 500 years, Jason.
I know, but like, just a little bit of a piece of mattress, memory foam, Tempur-Pedic, just like a marshmallow. Gives me flashbacks of when like 1847, when like I used to eat licorice.
Licorice.
As you can see, we are all succumbing to COVID psychosis. We've lost all grip on reality here in the Hurley household bunker.
Back in 1847, when I was a licorice.
Back in 87, yeah. This is becoming an increasingly volatile psychological existence for myself. And we're just trying to survive. We have tons of toilet paper.
We were actually the ones, for all of you guys wondering, we were actually the ones who took all the toilet paper.
Yeah. We went on Alibaba and got like 500,000 rolls of toilet paper.
We got them
for 10 rolls for 1 cent.
We got them actually imported from the United States. We actually had a couple spies go in and take all the toilet paper. We got them put into a truck, and now we have about a ballroom in there. Because we need to have our own ballroom to dance.
Yeah, to practice for Sound of Music.
Yeah, Sound of Music. We've been rehearsing, but
the whole cast is down here.
Right, as of right now, the ballroom's completely filled with just toilet paper, and I think we're gonna be good. If we run out of food, I think I'll just have a little bit of a toilet paper snack too, so I don't have to eat the bed. But I think we're gonna be good for the bathroom for a couple 100 years now. We've also been saving up on what was it? Hand sanitizer. Really good to bathe in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Give Purell even more money.
Yes, like we literally were.
Yeah, they're like they're one of the few people benefiting from this. I just feel bad for Corona beer.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Or just feel bad for the Chinese people.
Yeah, and old people.
Yeah, boomers.
All the people who are getting the virus, but mainly the fat cats who own the beer company. Yes, thank you. We're gonna get high off this hand sanitizer. That's like our only entertainment down here in the bunker is sniffing hand sanitizer.
I think that's where half of our supply went.
Because we don't have any contact to the outside world. We can only do these one-way streams with call-ins.
Yeah.
And so we don't want to do that all the time. And our only other entertainment is to see a bunch of colors and hallucinate from just sniffing
hand sanitizer. The Listerine's good too.
Yeah, Listerine's
good.
God, I inhaled a little hard there.
Yeah, me too.
When I saw Frank like a couple weeks ago, I saw him.
I can smell the rubber.
Yeah, I saw him put this gas mask on. We have like about enough of these little filter thingies that we remove every couple days. We have about 750,000 of these, and I saw Frank one time empty one of these out and fill it literally just with Purell hand sanitizer, and for an entire night, I just saw him with the gas mask on. I was like, Frank, what are you doing? We're literally haven't opened the doors in weeks. And I just see him sniffing the Purell.
Hello? Are you on?
Color?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, who are you?
Yes, I'm John Batista.
John Batista, you're on the air. Welcome to the show.
John Cena.
Is it John or Sean?
Hi.
John. Hi.
Awkward. My dad just came home with dinner, so I'll call back.
Okay. No worries. We might be done with the stream by then, but we're glad you came on. Just give us 3 words about coronavirus.
this really sucks.
Fair enough. All right, thank you so much
All
for
right,
calling.
nice phone number 669. Let's go.
What did you say?
No, hold on. Okay, we had a different caller. You guys keep talking. You're good.
All right, keep talking, Jason.
All right, so do you want to talk about some stories that we had in here in the bunker?
Yeah, let's tell some stories.
You're up first. I said like 3 already.
I don't remember any of them.
She's kind of been losing her mind.
Hey, what's up? I don't know who you are, but you're on the air.
Hey, this is AJ, former alum, or I mean current alum. What the hell? Yeah.
Hey,
I got nothing.
I don't
hey, listen,
associate
I've
with
got.
Monta Vista anymore.
Wait, who is
Yeah, no, I'm not welcome here anymore, man. I don't know.
Well, thank you so much for calling. Welcome to the show. So you're at Cal Poly right now?
Yeah, that's correct. I have nothing better to do. They're shutting this place down. No, yeah, we're still. I don't know. It surprisingly hasn't gotten here yet, but I mean, like that's probably gonna happen after, because like we're on the quarter system, the inferior quarter system, and we're approaching finals week, and then after that we get to do, I don't know, like some super long break. I don't know.
So you guys have not switched to like a remote learning or like a quarantine type thing?
I mean, okay, we got like an hour ago or something like that. We got like a bunch of emails from our from our very memeable president, and he said that some of the classes were going to be switched to like online for the first couple of weeks. I don't know.
All right. Well, that's something. So do you think that this mass isolation of people or attempted isolation of people, because I think at least in Monta Vista's case, we're still going to be driving around and doing stuff, and I'm not sure that remote learning is going to necessarily stop the flow of the virus because we're all kind of isolated at school. But do you think that that this is going to really help to flatten the curve of the epidemic if we're all just shutting down and, you know, hunkering down?
I mean, maybe it'll like flatten the curve. I don't know if, I mean, it's I think it's inevitable that it's going to reach like everywhere at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like we don't have like a lot of, you know, space for people to go to. And I think people, like a lot of people now are like scared of going to the hospital because there are a lot of sick people there. But I mean, I think if you know, kind of isolate people, it'll kind of flatten the curve a little bit. And I think that's what they're trying to do here too. Cause I mean, like, I don't know, like because we're kind of like smack dab in the middle of like, like a halfway point between like, I don't know, San Jose and LA and those areas. And I guess not a lot of people really go here or something like that. But I mean, by the time the quarter's over and everyone goes back, I'm sure at least one person is going to like get it. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
So I've got another question for you. As a recently graduated Monta Vista alum, what's it like to have a senior trip? I wonder that sometimes. Like, I wonder what that would be like.
Yeah, we're actually supposed to go on like a choir trip, and part of that was going to Disneyland. But the problem with that is they're like closed till the end of March, and we already got the tickets. And as the good old mouse says, we put the fun in, no refunds. So now I just have a Disneyland ticket that I can't really use. But yeah, I don't know. It was fun. It was a good time. I felt like Universal was the better place to go in terms of staying for one day, because that's a nice place that you go to for one day. But like Disneyland, there are 2 parks there. You got to spend quite a bit of time. You got to be invested to be in Disneyland. Otherwise, it's just I guess either way, it's kind of a headache-inducing mess. But yeah, I don't know. It was a good time.
All right. Well, good for you. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
Yeah. It was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful.
Greatest experience of my life, Frank.
Yeah, people were all like, people were like, class of 2019, oh, that's so close to 2020. Man, that sucks. Yeah, well, yeah, look who's laughing now, huh?
He said something funny this morning, guys.
Yeah.
So, do you have, do you have any just overall holistic thoughts on this whole pandemic? Like, okay, do you think that there's a lot of hype that maybe isn't necessarily going to pan out to be accurate? Or what's your prediction as far as what the extent of this pandemic is going to look like for us?
I mean, I think people are like kind of, I don't know, they're kind of making it seem like a lot bigger of a deal than it is. I mean, like, it is a big deal in a lot of cases. I mean, like, it can indeed kill some people, but, at the same time, I feel like here, especially where I'm at, they're kind of blowing it a little bit out of proportion. Because, I mean, like, people our age, don't really, like, for the most part, die from things sort of like that. And it's like similar to the flu. And, I mean, yeah, sure, some people die of the flu, but, I mean, like, we're not really like the kind of people that would be like widely super affected of it. But I mean, I think there is reason to be concerned about it because like, you could be like a carrier of it and then you could just spread it to someone who might be a little more vulnerable to it or has a weaker immune system, something like that. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that's my take on it. I feel like a lot of it's just kind of, maybe kind of unnecessary, but some of it's like okay as a precaution. Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully the level of panic. Well, okay, the level of panic now is like gonna be really bad. So hopefully the level of panic right now is way blown out of proportion, just for the sake of everybody and their safety. But I also hope for the sake of our society that we can figure out what accurate panic levels are for any given situation, and maybe we have, and maybe the next year is just going to really suck. But if it does, let's make the best of it, I guess.
Yeah, 2021 is our year. I don't know.
Yeah, what a great way to kick off the 20s.
Yeah, right. Yeah, the roaring 20s are back, huh?
Yeah, the coughing 20s.
Yeah, ooh.
So anyway, thank you so much for calling in. We love to hear from someone who's a little bit away from Monte Vista and can see this from a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
I finally made it on one of these podcasts. Yes. Okay.
You should if you're ever in the area, you should just come on the regular show.
More
That'd
like
be
a
awesome.
bat's eye view.
Yeah, no, I'll be in the area for quite some time, my friend.
Yeah, locked in your house, unable to go anywhere.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, and we're
not allowed to let anyone in the bunker.
Let Grace and Jason talk again because I can't hear you.
Alrighty, have a good podcast.
All right. I thought you were about to say have a good day, so I was going to say you too.
Thank you, AJ.
Yeah, so AJ said some interesting stuff.
Yeah, who is AJ? Can you relay all this information?
He just, I don't know, gave his take. He graduated last year, and he said that everyone thought it sucked to be class of 2019 because it's so close to the nice even 2020 number, but now look who's laughing.
Yeah, right.
I had to repeat a joke just for these two to hear it, even though all of us, me and whichever viewers are watching this right now, could hear it just fine.
It's your fault, but so is AJ what we call legendary?
AJ's fairly legendary.
Yeah.
I think you know who he is, right?
No.
He was.
Then he's not legendary.
Yeah.
He was. Did you see Godspell? He was in choir. He was John the Baptist in Godspell.
I'd recognize him.
He was tall. He's sort of tall.
I bet I'd recognize him.
Anyway, yeah. So,
speaking about senior year, I know that you're right now you're at the top for high school.
No way.
How long have you been? You've been at Monte Vista since 6th grade, I think.
8th grade.
8th grade. Okay. Do you have any questions or any thoughts to see has anything changed since you've been freshman?
Well, a lot of stuff has changed since I've been.
Well,
a freshman.
have you had any questions ever since then for the new freshman like me or sophomore like Grace?
Oh, what's it like?
Like
for your experience,
or like something that you were used to in the freshman year, but probably you wouldn't be used to now.
Let's see. What's a question for your experience?
Memory lane.
How do you feel about the trajectory of the school? What's your take on like where it's going, just as far as how it conducts itself and everything?
Like in terms of was it IB?
Yeah, I mean IB is a big component of that.
Yeah, well, right now for IB, it's only going to affect me because she's a sophomore. I'm a freshman.
Yeah, I'm the last class that it won't affect.
Yeah, so it only affects sophomores and freshmen. But since she's already a sophomore, she's going into junior year, so she won't have to deal with it. But me being a freshman, I have to do next year only, which I'm kind of glad that I'm not a freshman next year. But it's going to be there's going to be a new schedule. It's probably still going to affect you guys, the schedule. Just not
the schedule.
We might have another caller. Let me see here.
Oh.
I think this is someone who tried to call, but they didn't get through.
It's probably Gino.
Probably Gino.
Hey, I don't know who you are, but you're on the air. Did you try to call in?
Once, but AJ was on.
Okay, well, AJ is no longer on, so we've got room for you. What is your identity, good sir?
That is fantastic. My name is Gino Felice. I'm related to Dominic Felice. You may have heard of him. He's kind of an icon at Monte Vista. Famous rapper, kind of crazy.
Well, Gino, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for calling in. So
welcome, Gino. Pretty zany.
Are you, how excited or really sad or neutral are you on this remote learning paradigm?
Honestly, I really don't care. It doesn't really change anything because I'm still going to be doing stuff, so I don't really care. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on it. It doesn't really matter because you still have to do stuff anyway.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have to go to school anymore, which is pretty cool. I don't have to wake up at like 5 in the morning, which is pretty cool. That's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, that's got to be a plus. I think I'm a little bit somber about not getting to spend time with all these people that I'm not going to see again after this year. But then when I start getting to wake up at 10, I'm going to be a little bit hyped on this. And maybe I'll see the light on this whole remote learning thing.
I think you will, Frank. I think you will. Because I will.
Yeah, you just got to look on the bright side. So do you have any questions for the school? Or is there anything that maybe we can voice in a little bit more of a public forum that you want to get off about, what you're thinking and what you wonder about this whole situation?
I'm just wondering why Mr. Rush isn't the headmaster yet. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know why.
That's a good question. I bet you if you did like a vote, we just had a democracy at Monte Vista, Mr. Rush would beat Dr. Salerno. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have a feeling that like anyone could beat him, maybe, especially Mr. Rush.
Yeah.
He is the most beloved man at the school right now. I think I know why though. I think I know why. It's because he keeps giving cake to people even though it's on their birthday. And it's just a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's very much. I didn't have him. He started teaching last year, so I never had.
Yes, Mr. he did. Yeah. That's a shame.
I know.
That is a shame.
It's a missed opportunity and it's unfortunate. But I remember like when I forget whose campaign video it was, but someone in what was last year the freshman class, which is your class.
I think it was Ilse.
Yeah, it was like Ilse's campaign video for ASB.
Oh, it was Ilse.
Yeah, and Mr. Rush popped up as one of the teachers that endorsed her or whatever, and the freshman crowd went wild the way I've never seen a crowd at Monte Vista go before. It was unprecedented, and I was thoroughly impressed.
Oh yeah, if you had him, you'd understand. He's he's the best. He's the best. He's the best. Okay, so I understand your current situation right now. You're in a bunker.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this is crazy. I'm out in the open right now. I am.
Oh my God.
Open to all infectious diseases.
Has anyone tried to fight over your bread rations yet?
No one's up here. No one at all. I don't understand. Like I got meat in my rats.
Wow.
My boy Remy. But that's
so the world is a desolate wasteland.
It's kind of cool. Like, not gonna lie. Like everything's not working except for the Wi-Fi because that just works.
Yeah, this is my kind of. Sorry, go ahead.
No, just continue.
Okay. Yeah, my perspective with this whole thing is that I want to go back to school to live out the rest of my senior year, and I want to have a graduation ceremony and all that and do Sound of Music, but worst comes to worst, if that stuff gets canceled and we do remote learning for the rest of the year, I just want to go full on apocalypse. I want to be shooting people with spud guns. I want to be just like, making my own food and going out and fishing in rivers and stuff with like paper clips and old soda can shrapnel.
Frank, I think you're missing out on something.
Yeah.
I think you could easily do that. Right, just go to Alabama or Florida. You'll find people doing that everywhere.
Yeah, but that's
people
because
crazy. It's unbelievable.
That's because they feel like it. I want it to be everyone's put in a situation where like there are no rules on the road anymore. People are just driving around in fields trying to get to a dead deer so that they can cut off some of the meat and get it to their family before everyone else takes it up. Like I want to go I want to go all the way with this.
Ooh.
If it rains, it pours.
Oh, it's going apocalyptic. I have a feeling you really like the apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
You're really down for it.
Oh, yeah.
Then why don't you just shut down the government? Frank, I think you could do it. You could easily take down the government. Come on, think about it.
That would be a little bit of an ordeal. I mean, I want the apocalypse, but I want it to be easy.
You could do anything if you put your mind to it.
Yeah, but do I feel like it is the real question.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, okay.
You do feel like it. I got you. You just told me for the past 2 minutes. Come on, Frank, you got to do this. You can do it. Believe in yourself.
All right,
it's not that hard.
I will try. It's hard to do so when coronavirus is ravaging through everybody. All right, well, thank you so much for calling in. Any last words on coronavirus?
Coronavirus is pretty much just the boomer remover. So I think we're fine as us cool Gen Z kids because we're just the superior generation. It's just natural selection. Adolf Hitler is playing Plague Inc. on an iPad in Area 51 right now. That's my theory, but I really don't know. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on. It's nothing serious. We're going to be fine, I hope, unless I die, and that means that the world's going to end. So, yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Very cool.
All right, thank you for calling in.
Sounds very cool.
See you soon.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Gino.
Zany guy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you want to explain to us what just happened?
So yeah, world's a barren wasteland up there. Turns out.
Yeah.
So that's pretty scary.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's coming time for us to wrap up the stream.
1 hour and 12 minutes.
We've spent a lot of time streaming in this bunker, but we have limited bandwidth. And limited ability to get on these airwaves. We're actually broadcasting through shortwave radio, which is then getting onto the internet with some of our friends over in.
We have a wire antenna for our Wi-Fi, but what Frank did to make it actually go faster is we got some potatoes. We went to Idaho and
looks like a
caller.
Looks like we got a caller. Hold on.
Jay.
Hello.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
What's up? Who are you?
My name is Jay. I'm in Seacliff, California.
Oh, hello, Jay. You sound familiar.
Well, that would make sense. We're genetically similar.
That is true. Yeah, I feel a kind of connection with you, like almost a paternal, like son type thing. I don't know. This is getting weird.
Almost, yeah.
But
we got to go on Jerry Springer to really think that, but it's almost.
So, do you have any updates on coronavirus that maybe we're ignorant on because we've been streaming for so long?
Well, there was someone at my work that had a fever.
Uh-oh.
Now, they haven't reported any congestion problems, but you never know.
That is true. So worst case scenario with that, what's your plan moving forward to keep yourself safe and your family? I don't know if you have a family.
Well, if I can get into your bunker, I'm going to come there. And so if I can, I'm just going to stand outside your bunker. I'm going to bring all my weapons and just try to get in.
All right. If you've got good enough weapons, we will absolutely let you in.
After a test, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I got a question for you guys.
Uh-huh.
So I have in the last year or two seen many times on the news when students of schools stage walkouts and mini boycotts in protest of various issues. Like they decide we're not going to school today because we care about, and then fill in the blank issue. I'm sure you're familiar with such
for sure.
such events. So I was wondering if this isn't a perfect time for the first ever anti-protest staged school walk-in.
Oh yeah, and we just like go to our first period.
You just all show up to school and just go to school and bring your protest signs and say, hey, this thing doesn't affect us anyway. And it's all hysteria, or maybe it isn't, but either way, it doesn't affect us. And even if it did, the actual, overall risk increase of having a problem over all the other risks that you already have is so small, it doesn't compare with the negatives of having your school canceled.
Yeah, that's a certain possibility. The problem with rallying people to do stuff like this is that it doesn't work if it's only a few people, and it's hard to coordinate with so many different parties, and many of them who are probably happy to get to stay home from school. This is the reality of it.
Well, I think that's the first place to start is, are you 50% are happy to stay home and 50 might be interested, or is it more like you're the only one who would want to go to school?
Yeah. Do you guys...
If you can get to 23 or 30%, then you're golden.
For sure. So would you guys be down for a walk-in? Protest walk-in?
I would for the sake of the seniors, and honestly, I don't have that big of a problem with staying home or going to school either way. But yeah, for the sake of people who are really upset about it and who it is really affecting, I would, just in support of them.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure how many people agree with me on that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many people actually would be down.
Yeah. Well, I guess calling it. Oh, Jason, do you have a? It didn't seem like you.
So senior walk-in. So everyone just going?
Yeah, or everyone going.
And all
it's like the opposite of senior ditch day in a way.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of a funny joke to do.
It could be you could pull a gnarly senior prank this week.
Yeah.
These couple nights.
So go ahead and comment in the chatter if there is a chatter, or a call in or whatever. And if you're a student at Monte Vista, or even if you're not, just make sure to give us your input on whether or not we should protest this mania by going to school and showing up at 8:40 and going to our first period.
You're going to first period and doing school.
Yeah, and going to sit down and have all your homework done,
We can have hazmat suits.
Yeah, just to rub it in.
Yeah, all wear hazmat suits, of course.
That would be awesome. All right, well, Jay, Sirth, thank you for calling in. If you're near the bunker, I'll send someone up to test you for coronavirus and check out what kind of weapons you got, and hopefully we've got a space for you and you can share a bed with someone.
Wonderful. Great show, guys. Talk to you later.
All right, you too. Thank you. All right, we have another caller lined up.
Another caller.
Let's see here.
The callers, I don't know if the callers know this, but we can't hear you.
Yeah.
It's only Frank.
Yeah, we're kind of just sitting here.
Jason and I are just hanging out.
But yeah, we're doing okay. You guys had a lot of content. Now we've got now that we can finally actually have people call in.
Let's go.
I think it's kind of important. Hello.
Reach has a voicemail box that hasn't been set up yet. Please try your call again later.
Oh,
Goodbye.
shoot. Okay, never mind. They went to voicemail. So yeah, let's what do we
Frank,
what are we thinking?
What's the worst sickness you've ever had?
Other
other than corona for a few days.
Grace and I both had swine flu.
What's swine flu like?
That was gnarly.
It was pretty gnarly.
It was actually,
or you can have
was
Grace
it a
explain
corona?
it.
No, it wasn't. It was a stomach thing.
It was like fever and fatigue.
Yeah,
and
it was
everything.
fever,
flu.
fatigue, flu, but it was a gnarly version. We both had that when we were little.
Yeah,
and our
back
mom
in
did,
2009
and
during the
sister
outbreak.
did too. Yeah.
You mean back in 1743?
Back in 1743 during the swine flu outbreak.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we can still speak English. I mean, the entire place just smells like hand sanitizer.
I know.
It used to smell like when we first came into this bunker, we had this thing. I don't know if it's even around today. It's called like Taco Bell or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it was this thing, and Frank brought it, and we got like 20 chalupas. But yeah, it now just smells like hand sanitizer. We're trying to be clean, but what does swine flu do to you other than just like inner symptoms? Does it like have any outside effect on you?
I don't remember that well. It was just like a really bad flu.
Yeah, I just remember being super tired and conked out. Like it's just a terrible flu.
Yeah, I've never really been like actually sick, like fully. I've only ever had like a cold or a fever.
Wow.
Like,
good for you.
Which is probably not a good thing because if I actually get a good like the flu or something, I'm probably gonna like die because
Sure.
my body's not used to it.
I mean, Claire had strep a while back.
Yeah, Claire's been hit with the worst health
Claire
stuff out of all of us.
really
I think.
had- yeah, she really
she had the
has.
flu this year.
Yeah, she definitely got the.
Whatever.
Remember that one time when we went into the business office or something, and Claire was just passed out after eating her soup. I think it was where your mom works. Where is it?
Sailor House.
Sailor
House, yeah.
And she was just passed out, like.
She had soup and then she was just sleeping.
Yeah.
But I feel bad for Clara.
Yeah.
I've seen her sick like a few times.
I mean, I had a gnarly fever like last year doing Scroll of Rock.
Oh,
and
yeah.
my voice was shot the whole time, and I was feverish on stage.
And
I was
you
like,
just looked very angry
I couldn't
at the audience.
even perform. It was terrible. And like backstage, the lights would be off, and I actually couldn't see, and I couldn't think. It was not fun to be backstage and expected to perform. And since School of Rock is such like a fun, upbeat musical, right?
Yeah.
You know, you're supposed to be like into it, but that was not fun.
So, do we have? I think we're gonna have to wrap up the show now.
All right.
I wish I could get our last caller in, but it looks like they're not picking up.
Dang.
So, final thoughts on this coronavirus thing? Are we optimistic? Are we pessimistic, etc.?
I think it's good to at least have hope that something's gonna happen, but not be too hopeful that you're gonna let yourself down. Come into it with an open mind. Just try to be safe. Don't share drinks. Don't do anything inappropriate that will cause you to get it. Also, don't go around up on the surface land.
Yeah. Stay in your bunker.
Yeah, but just be safe. Don't be like too worried about it to the point where you don't even want to be near anyone. If someone near you has it, like right now, everyone up on the surface has it. It's like Zealand up there, whatever. But right now, just be safe. Just don't like risk stuff. Don't go into the open crowds like Grace with the dance convention.
So yeah, Grace, any final thoughts?
Yeah, what Jason said, be safe. I don't know. Don't let it put a damper on too much, you know. Oh, a color.
Oh yeah, we've got a.
You know?
Finally, okay.
Okay, never mind. I guess it's not quite the end of the show.
Who dat boy? Who him is?
I was about to to wrap up.
Hello.
Who dat boy?
Yo. Is this Reed?
Okay, never mind.
Oh God, Lucas, stop.
Okay, this sounds like Reed and Lucas.
What up, Reed?
Hello?
Who dat boy?
Turn off the stream on your end.
Yeah, Lucas is trying very hard to make a just endless spiral.
Oh, thank you, Lucas. Really appreciated. Yeah, especially in a time of need like coronavirus. Reed, do you have anything? Oh
gosh.
Okay, well, that was fun.
And on that note.
We're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, stay safe and sanitize them hands.
Make sure if you can, if you're in an area, Wakanda, we're right now in the city. If you can, just try to get some. We got some connections. If you're feeling like calling us after the stream, we can give you best connections
Some
to
helplines.
some spies in the U.S. to get us to use some toilet paper.
Yep.
We got some Listerine. This stuff is actually best thing.
Lifesaver.
We've had a
not sponsored.
We've actually opened a bar here in the bunkers. We've opened a bar called the Listerona bar, or Listerona bar, where we just serve shots of Listerine, and it actually is really good for your teeth. Really good. It helps your immune system, and we just do some cocktails every now and then.
Yeah. I mean, you got to find some way to entertain yourself in a bunker when you're waiting out for coronavirus to subside.
For 500 years.
But
It's already been 47.
Everybody, avoid gatherings. Wash your hands. Stop breathing. At least you can inhale, but just don't exhale.
Just don't exhale.
If you have it, and then if you don't have it, you can exhale but not inhale.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a little bit difficult to get accustomed to, and just try to enjoy life, I think, is my perspective. But bye.